Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Last time, what did we do last time? Every time I forget.
I honestly don't remember. I've been like so stressed recently that I've kind of been checked out during this stream, and I feel bad about it.
That's really fair.
I am going to be extremely checked in though because I'm stuck at home right now.
Yeah.
I think we got the recording, right?
Yeah. Okay, so the very last
Yeah.
thing we did was the
Oh, why is-
laboratory with Dio and Clover.
Why does Dio have to be the first thing we see?
Tomatoes.
Yeah, get the tomatoes ready.
Yeah.
That's actually why he's so red. It's because people kept throwing tomatoes at him.
Real.
まあ一つ目の方は大したことじゃないかもしれない。
何？
まずはこれ。この機械のことだ。結局こいつ最後まで使わなかっただろ?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
だから
Want me to go stick my dick in it? Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Offer still stands. Look at the side here.
Please
There's
no.
a name or something.
Sigma, no.
IG replicator?
レプリケーターは
Instagram
文字
replicator.
通り
I was just about to say that. You took my joke.
I'm
I
sorry.
was also thinking that.
うん 多
I
分
mean, I think I know what it
頭につい
does.
てる IB ってやつのね
Any ideas?
さあなんだろうイカのバター焼きのことかな
I love her.
Of course!
I love Clover so much. She's great.
This machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that?
You're not one to. You don't get to talk, Sigma. You're not smart either.
In other words, an IG.
おおうまいこと言うね
おいおい。くだらんことを言ってる場合じゃないだろう。痛いけな子供が一人病に倒れて苦しんでるっていう。
Like you care.
Okay, Dio.
He just wanted them to shut up.
Yeah. He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
とにかく IB とは何なのかわからない限り、この機械は使いようがないってことだな。
そうなるね
Can I say what I'm pretty sure IG stands for?
それじゃ二つ目の質問に移ろう。シグマ、 お前さっ
I
き
don't know,
日記帳らしきものと抗ウイルス薬の瓶を手に入れたよね。
May I?
I mean, is it like a twist? Is it something that's going to
I
get
don't think
revealed?
I mean, I think
その
it's gonna be
情報者
important
抗ウイ
later,
ルス薬
but
の方
like,
もう一度よく見せてもらえないか。
Why?
単純に俺はまだ確認してないからよ。お前ら
I
二
don't
人が
trust
顔を突き合わせて覗き込んでたからよく見えなかったんだ。本当にあれはアクスラビルだったのか？
I don't trust
Yeah,
him.
definitely.
As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. Don't do that. He's gonna steal it.
See, it's written right there on the label. Accelovir, yeah.
バカだなお前は。
God damn it.
Huh?
お前の言葉を借りるなら一級品のバカ。略して IB だ。
What? I don't.
The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand.
Hey, what gives?
どういうこと
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
大丈夫だ、安心しろ。
There's two
After
of
the
him,
Kaishike.
and there's two of you and one of his brother.
Just take it back from him.
Yeah.
No, not later. Give it back now.
だから俺の頼みを聞いてくれたら返してやるって。
頼み？
そう今俺のポケットに入ってるこの薬返してほしければ次の AB ゲームで協力を選ぶ。
Ally. Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me?
最低。それってクオン
Literally,
の
you're
命
so
と
much
引き換え
bigger
に
than
いいじゃ
him.
ない。
Just, like, kick him in the
Yeah.
nuts.
Also,
Ma.
again, there's two
俺にも
of you
深い
and one
事
of
情って
him.
もんがあってね。
I
俺の
guess
言うことを
part
聞い
of
て
the
くれたら
problem is that, like,
ちゃんと
struggling
返して
might
やるさ。
break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they only have the one bottle.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
and they
didn't
kind of
realize
need it.
until they started to hurt that I'd curled my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening, get his
お
ass.
っと無理やり取り返そうとしたってダメだぜ。少しでも不穏な動きを見
Just
せ
give
たら
Clover
この
a
薬
hatchet.
叩き割ってやる。
That'll work.
He patted his pocket gently.
あとそれからもう一つこの部屋で抗ウイルス薬を見つけたこと他の奴らに言うなよ。少しでも話せば次の瞬間には薬は床の上にぶちまかれることになるだろ
Damn it.
卑
What
怯
a
だよ。
dick.
そんなの。
う。このゲームに IQ や愛嬌は必要ない。重要なのはたった一つ。いかに卑怯になれるかだ。さあどうする？協力を選ぶと約束してくれるか？
Fine. I promise.
シグマ。
きっとお前ならそう言ってくれると思ったよ。話のわかるやつでよかったぜ。だがもしも約束を破るようなことがあったらその時は分かってるな。じゃあな。次のラウンド。
This
楽しみにしてるぞ。
fucking guy. With one
Right.
This
last
guy.
self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room.
シグマ。本気なの？
Yeah.
シグマの今の BP は1。こっちが協力を選んで向こうが裏切りを出したら。
I know. I'll drop to -1, and that means I'll get penalized.
だったら。
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will...
自分の命を犠牲にしてまで助けるっていうの？クオークを。なんでそこまでして？
Because he's just a kid.
Yeah. In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion.
Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us.
I didn't wait for Clover's response. Literally just like take Dio's jacket off of him. It's not like it's fastened or anything. Just fucking steal
Or
it.
just knock him out.
Just like go up and punch him, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how
Well,
he's
if he
built.
hits the floor, he might break it.
Okay, well, somebody hold him
Yeah.
from behind, like, but hold his arms, And then
Yeah, Sigma,
and then punch
Sigma
him.
hold him from behind, and then have Phi just deck him.
Kick him in the face.
We were so distracted by violence upon Dio that we didn't do the Scooby-Doo run.
No! Wait. Okay. I'm satisfied.
が解放されました。アンビデックスゲーム投票の締め切りまで残り45分です。
悪いな。一足先に開かせてもらったよ。
Oh, fuck you.
Asshole.
Dio.
In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
別に構わないだろ。お前と四つ葉がすぐに来ることは分かってたし、それに気が変わらんうちにさっさと済ませちまった方がいいと思ってな。次の AB ゲーム。
He glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was Phi. Perfect! We have the perfect team to knock him out! And of course, Clover.
Where's Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
医務室にいるわ。
クオーク君をベッドの上に運んだのです。天明寺さんとルナさんがその付き添いに。
I see.
容体の方はどうなの？容体と言われてもな。ひとまずぐっすりと眠ってはいるが、体の中で何が起こっているのかはわからん。
No change then, huh?
そうなるな。ところで、シグマたちが入ったのはどんな部屋だったの？
A laboratory.
バイオラボ。
それって細菌とかウイルスとか DNA とかを研究する？うん、そんな感じだったね。そこに抗ウイルス薬、アクセラビルはなかったのか。
Well.
What I was gonna say before Dio decided to be the biggest asshole on the planet was that I'm pretty sure the IG and that IG replicator thing is immunoglobulin.
That would make sense.
Oh.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment.
No, nothing.
Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
そうか。
So, how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting?
Phi only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
それでこれからどうする？投票の締め切りまであと40分近くあるけど。アリスはどうするつもり？私はあなたたちが入ったっていうバイオラボが気になるからそこを覗いてみようかと。それじゃあ私が案内する。そうしてもらえると助かるわ。
俺はアリス、ケイ、天明寺の3人が入った部屋を調べてみるかな。もしかしたらお前らが見落としてるところがあるかもしれないし、そこにアクセラビルがある可能性だって。
God.
I hate that, man.
Yeah.
So much.
What a bastard.
ではそちらの方は私が案内しましょう。
シグマとファイはどうするの？
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
ならば私も付き合おう。さあ、それじゃ行きましょう。
She nodded to Clover, and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind.
Okay then. Guess we should be going too.
いや、待て。その前に、日記帳を見せてくれ。ディオから聞いたんだよ。部屋に関する詳細は教えてもらえなかったが。ただ、わけのわからない言語で書かれた日記帳を見つけたってな。それをシグマが持ってるって言うから、
Oh
見
my
せてもらえない
god.
かと。
Yeah. One sec.
I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
これは、ラテン語だな。
Bullshit language. Latin.
Latin.
Latin. I mean, you can read it?
時間と辞書があれば。
So in other words, no.
Sigma, you should know Latin is a dead language.
こいつはおそらく研究者の書いた研究日誌みたいなものだ。今日はボブとお散歩に行きました。とっても楽しかったです。とか。そんな感じの日常的な記録が記されてるわけじゃないんだよ。ほとんどが専門用語だらけで、何が書いてあるのかさっぱり。
Phi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
待て。このページ。216ページに書いてあることなら、なんとなくわかるぞ。ここだけは、研究記録じゃなくて、執筆者の独白のような内容が書かれているんだ。
What's it say?
そうせかすなって。今頭の中で訳してるんだから。なるほど。わかったぞ。どうやらここには、ラジカル6に関する事柄が記載されてるみたいだ。
What? Why are they talking about that?
ああ。上から読み上げていくぞ。
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-to-one basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1 to the square root of 1/6? Or
Yes.
approximately 1 to 0.408. This
That's also a radical.
Ah, makes sense. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.5 seconds, or Radical 6 seconds, have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is as of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. Damn. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats, who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. Damn.
Defy, you translated all that? You go, girl. Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's, what, about 40%?
重要なのはそっちの方じゃないだろう。ラジカル6は感染者の自殺衝動を喚起する。
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
Also explains what happens to Alice.
Yep.
未だ抗ウイルス薬の開発には成功していないと記されている件についてだ。どう思う？
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written? I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Excelavir that cures it.
だよな。だが日記には抗ウイルス薬の開発にはあと10年から20年はかかるだろうとも書いてあるぞ。
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When are you not? When was this thing even written?
12月29日。年数は記されていない。
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
まあ、そうだろうな。次。2つ目は地下シェルターの件についてだ。例の新聞記事は感染者の隔離について言及していた。そこで我々はもしかしたらここがその隔離施設なのでは、そんな疑念を抱いたわけだが、この日記の記述はそれとは真逆の可能性について示唆している。非感染者たちは政府の用意した地下シェルターへと収容された。
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters. Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
ああ、断言はできないが、可能性はないこともない。
But Quark's been infected, right?
ウイルスがどこから潜り込んできたのかもしれん。
Dio, I blame Dio. It's always Dio.
I blame Dio too.
That would be bad.
Anything goes wrong, blame Dio.
もしそうだとしたら、 いろいろとつじつまが合うだろう。我々はこのシェルターへと放り込まれてかなり長い間、そう何年も何十年も眠らされていたのかもしれない。その間にパンデミック、世界的なウイルスの感染拡大が発生し、あの新聞記事が書かれ、日記が書かれ。
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
そうだ。あくまでも可能性の話だがな。
Then you would think there would be more than just one vial, you know?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right? And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
From
確かにそれもそうだな。
See?
とにかく新聞と日記だけでは情報が足りないな。他にも何か手がかりがないか探してみよう。
Phi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door.
Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
気が変わったんだ。クオークの様子については後で報告してくれ。
And with that, off she goes to do something. She was gone. Off to do whatever it is Phi does.
Man.
I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary.
How's he doing?
特に異常はありません。
相変わらず眠ったままじゃよ。
I see. Mind if I have a look?
What are you gonna do, Sigma?
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Phi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake. Mine and Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. I don't think I said that right.
Anesthetizing.
Yeah. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelivir. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was, then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
じっちゃん。じっちゃん。
He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I had considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
Now,
The
Sigma,
one
you're
topic
not the
has
one in
always lost.
control. We are.
残り10分です。プレイヤーは速やかに投票を済ませてください。所定の時刻までに投票を行わなかった場合、未投票者の選択は強力に設定されます。
そろそろ時間じゃな。シグマ、ルナ、お前さんたちは倉庫に戻れ。
What about you?
わしはここに残る。クオークのことが心配じゃからな。
でも天明寺さんはそろばんですし、投票しなかったら
自動的に強力に設定される。そんなことは知っておるわ。つい今しがたのアナウンスでも言っておったしな。
What are you gonna do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
別にどうもせん。ただやられたと思うだけじゃ。いずれにせよ、わしは強力にしか投票できんのじゃよ。対戦相手であるアリスと K のペア。そのうちアリスの方は BP が1じゃからな。もしもわしが裏切りを選び、奴らが協力を選んでしまったら、わしはアリスを殺すことになってしまう。そんなことをしてまでわしは脱出したいとは思わん。クォークを置いていくわけにもいかんしな。したがって AB ルームに入ろうと入るまいとどっちにしろ同じなんじゃよ。わしの手は強力で決まっておるからな。
Tenmyoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless.
All right. Take care of Quark.
あ、心配には及ばんよ。
Let's go.
はい。
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing.
Hey, where's Dio?
AB ルームの扉見ればわかるんじゃない？
They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
つまり？
That he went in, I guess.
そういうこと。
That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the Excelivir from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. I had made up my mind to choose Ally no matter what, but a part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his card. Now he'd made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
ところで天明寺さんは？
ああ、
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
そう。それじゃあ天明寺さんが裏切りを選ぶ心配はなくなったわけね。
そうなりますね。それでアリスさんとケイさん、お二人はどちらを選ぶつもりなんですか？
もちろん協力で決まりよ。だって
私の BP が6だからですね。
ええ、そう。天明寺さんが協力で確定している以上、こっちは裏切りは出せないわ。なぜならそんなことをしたら K の BP が9になっちゃうから。
ですが、もしも K さんが AB ルームの中で強行手段に出たら
ご安心ください。私はそのような粗暴な真似はいたしません。
本当ですか？
え
だったら K は AB ルームに入らなければいい。投票はアリス一人で行うんだ。そうすれば余計な心配はしなくて済むだろう。
いや、しかし。
Okay.
申し訳あ
Got
りません。
his ass.
どうして？
どうしてもです。さあ、アリスさん、行きましょう。
おい、ちょっと待てよ K。
Kay continued briskly toward the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Oh boy. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left.
大丈夫でしょうか、アリスさん。
信じるしかあるまい。今は K の言葉を。
投票の締め切りまで残り5分です。
時間がない。ルナ、行くぞ。
はい。
They headed off at a trot toward the second room from the right and were soon out of sight inside it.
All right, Clover, time for us to go.
わかった。
I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room.
Welp.
Here we go.
シグマ、どうするの？
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm gonna choose ally.
ダメだよ。そんなの自殺行為だってば。
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna pick Betray.
Yes, it does.
あの男が協力を選ぶかもしれないっていうの？ありえないよ、絶対。だってディオの BP は6なんだよ。裏切りを選んで3点取って脱出しようと思ってるに決まってるじゃん。
Well, what about you? You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chose ally and we chose betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
そんな可能性、今の今まで1ミクロンも考えたことなかったよ。だって何度も言うようだけど、
I don't know if I believe
ディオは
that
裏切りを
either.
選ぶに決まってるし。
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back. You really think he's just gonna give it back?
って言われるんだよ。こっちが協力を選んだって必ず薬を返してくれるとは限らないでしょ。
He's gonna keep using it as a bargaining chip for as long as he possibly can.
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Total dillweed.
これだけ言っても聞いてもらえないんなら
Biggest dick in
仕
existence.
方ないね。投票ボタン押させてもらうから。
Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine.
No! Stop!
I snatched her by the arm and hauled backward with all of my strength.
痛い。
Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
ちょっと何考えてんのよ。女性に対して暴力を振るうなんて卑怯だよ。
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
このままじゃシグマ死んじゃうんだよ。そんなの黙って見てられないよ。嫌なの。あなたに死んでもらいたくないんだよ。
How kind of her.
投票の締め切りまで残り10秒です。
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover.
I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3、2、1。
Can you even choose Betray here?
Yes.
You can.
I just. Oh. Did you just?
I couldn't just like hover over it to see if it would let me pick it.
Oh my god.
So I was just like, huh, can you? It's fine.
We would have had to do it eventually anyway.
Yeah. It's fine.
アンビデックスゲートを開放します。
Well, the thing is, if Dio has any sense, he would not destroy the antidote vaccine thing, because what if he gets infected?
True. Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
シグマ、あれだけ言ってたのに、どうして？あ、ううん、別に責めてるわけじゃないの。決断は正しかったと思う。
Losing my mind because I accidentally picked it.
Okay, see, my original plan was, okay, let's do the thing that's probably gonna get Sigma killed first and then come back and do the other one, but like when it was brought up, I was like, can I even pick it?
Womp womp.
It's fine.
Never doubt Uchikoshi. Sorry.
別に謝ることないって。私がシグマの立場だったとしても裏切りを選ぶと思うし、とにかく別の方法を探そう。ディオの隙をついて薬を奪うの。二人で協力すればきっとなんとかなると思う。
Yeah.
あとそれからアリスにも手を貸してもらって。
Oh my god.
Did you tell her?
大丈夫だよ。アリスは信用できるし、ディオにはバレてないはずだから。さあ、とりあえず結果だけ確認しに行こう。
Yeah. Oh, Dio gonna be so pissed. Yep. Uh-oh.
God damn it, Kay.
結果は以上のように確定しました。各自バングルの数字をご確認ください。
Okay, why are you like this?
おい、どういうことだよ。
Reasons.
Sorry. I decided to choose Betray, and it definitely wasn't an accident. What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you? Please. Just give it back.
おい、どういうことだシグマ。
We found the Accelovir in the laboratory.
それをディオに奪われて。なんですって？それじゃあ今 ディオさんは持ってるって言うんですか？抗ウイルス薬を。
いや持ってねえよ。
What?
ああ、正確に言うと2秒後には持ってないことになるだな。
Grab him! The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he planned to do.
No! Don't!
I leapt toward him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up. Oh no. And threw it to the ground.
Because he's the biggest dick in existence.
Yep. You bastard!
なんてことすんのよ。
約束は約束だ。お前らが協力を選んでりゃこんなことにはなら
Need
ない。
to physically attack him.
恨むなら自分たちを恨め。
I'd had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Get him! Get him!
Get it! Good.
I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward. Only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. No! Fi, what are you doing? It was Fi. Let me at him!
What is stopping me?
そんなことをしている場合ではないからだ。
Huh? What do you mean this isn't the time for?
見ろ。9の扉。
Uh-oh. K.
Kay was indeed standing in front of the door.
What is he?
まさか。
9. His BP is 9.
It sure is.
Yeah. Dio was too fucking concerned with being the world's biggest asshole.
Yeah. Suddenly, we were all running toward Kay and the number 9 door.
Whoopsies! Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
どういうつもりですか？難しい質問ですが、あえて答えるとするなら、ここから出るつもりです。
てめえふざけてんのか？
悪ふざけや冗談の類で。
You're like, hey, I wanted to do that.
私は
You stole my idea.
これは合理的な判断に基づくものなのです。私たちにとって目下の最優先事項とは何でしょう？クオーク救うことです。一刻も早く彼を病院へと連れて行かなければ、そのためには誰かがここを出て助けを呼んでこなければならないのです。
Sure.
そして今
Or you're gonna doom everybody in here to death.
Yeah?
だから私はここから出ていくのです。
みんなを置き去りにしてか。
ですから助けを呼んでくると言っているではありませんか。
せめて次のラウンドまで待てなかったんですか？そうすればクオーク君の BP を9にして一緒に連れて行くことだって。
次のラウンドでのクオーク君の対戦だ。それがディオさんだったらどうなります？間違いなくクオーク君の BP は減ることになりますよ。私はより確実な道を選んだわけです。
No, it's not.
The most logical course is to rig the game against Dio.
Yeah.
The most logical course is to punch Dio in the face.
Or to go lock him inside that treatment pod again.
Yeah.
あれ？そういえばアリスはどこ？
ああ、
Uh-oh.
アリスさんなら AB ルームの中にいます。倒れてはいますが、ご心配には及びません。
Oh.
眠っているだけですから。
そんなアリスに何をしたの？
それはア アリスさんから直接伺ってください。では失礼します。
やい、てめえ、立ち上がれ。
Dio charged at Kay, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The idea of Kay tumbling is very funny to me.
Yeah. I think we should kill and eat Dio.
To survive, yeah.
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 扉を閉鎖しました。これにてノナリーゲームは終了となります。お疲れ様でした。なお、ゲームの終了に伴い、施設内にある9の扉以外のすべての扉は開放されます。どうぞごゆっくりとお過ごしください。残りの余生をこの施設の中で。
Well,
Womp womp.
Womp womp womp.
well.
Losing it over us accidentally hitting. Accidentally fucking voting. Just like, hey, can we pick it?
Yes, we can.
Well, we found out.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Okay, now let's go back and actually pick what we're supposed to.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense
still
for it to
Same.
not let you hover over it because this was originally a touchscreen game.
Yeah. Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. Sorry, Clover. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes.
Let's go.
I turned and headed towards the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking.
I'm interested in if Kay did the same thing here.
Well, will we even get to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
結果は以上のように確定しました。各自バングルの数字をご確認ください。
My assumption is that we will die long before we see Kay actually leave.
何？
シグマさんの BP が。
マイナス。
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Zoparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
シグマ、シグマ、しっかりしろ。ねえ、シグマ、起きて。
シグマさん。
そんな、どうして。
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door.
Damn it. You keep your promise. God damn it.
I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head, and then my sluggish body off the floor.
Grab him! Grab
Get him!
Grab him!
Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last. The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him.
Give it back. Give me the medicine.
返せって。まるで自分のものみたいに言うなよ。この施設で見つけたものは、俺たち全員にとっての共有財産だろ。
Awfully bold of you to say that now.
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
おい、
Get his
抗ウイルス薬ってどういうことだ？
Get him!
We found the Excalibur bleh, in the laboratory.
それをディオに奪われて。
なんですって。
それじゃあ今ディオさんは持ってるって言うんですか？抗ウイルス薬を。
ああ。まあな。
I kept my promise. Now you.
I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excalibur. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack. Get him.
わかったよ。
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
ほら。
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. Oh no. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it.
Aw.
The label said, unmistakably, Excalibur. It was the real thing.
Clover, take it.
I held it out toward her.
わかった。
She quickly tucked it into her pocket.
Newt.
Oh, I didn't hear the little beeps. Says he's thinking. Now at least Quark will be alright.
With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
おい、大丈夫かシグマ？シグマさん！シグマ！
I guess this is it.
まずはマントレインを注ぎ込んで意識を失わせ、その9分後にハイメトリンを注入して呼吸筋を麻痺させる。文字通り息の根を止めるってやつだね。
9 minutes. Once the Soparil was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end.
Okay, Sigma. You can do this.
Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer.
Yep.
Ooh.
Fuck off!